Hey, it's Statius. I just like to say that this is my first try at making content, so if the video is a bit rough, that's probably why. I'm still getting used to Premiere Pro. But I'd just like to say that this Bendy and the Ink Machine speedrun was a run that I did for the awesome charity event No Glitches Allowed 9. If you want to watch the full VOD, I'll be linking it in the description. And just know that if you're here to watch the video, just have a good time. I'm not going to be asking you for anything other than just enjoy the video, and if you don't, that's completely fine. Alright, thank you. And time. Chapter 1, honestly, it's not very interesting. There's not a lot going on in Chapter 1. All there is, it's mostly just a chapter for getting used to the controls, like jumping, sprinting, collecting objects like this, and flipping levers. It's pretty simple chapter. It's just a fetch quest minigame. I'm currently trying to collect 6 objects throughout the map. They're spaced out somewhat far apart, but it's very easy to collect them. It's a lot easier on PC than it was on Xbox. I remember countless runs having like a 2-second time loss just because of that record hitbox. It's very awkward, but I mean, usually after a couple of attempts, it ends up working out. Now we're just going back to the pedestal room to place all the objects on the pedestals.
One thing about the pedestals is that you can just mash the button, it'll place down the items that it needs to place down.
I don't know if you can hear me mashing.
Yeah.
Great. And our first jump scare, Bendy right there. It's a quote-unquote jump scare. I mean, it's just a sound with a non-moving board. But here is where it gets more mechanical, the second jump scare. Another Bendy cutout right here. It's just, I would more consider this game to be more of a puzzle and an adventure game rather than like a horror game, because there are a lot of horror aspects in Bendy and the Ink Machine, but it's not heavily horror based. Like, there's not a lot of jump scares going on and stuff like that.
Yeah, don't get us wrong, it is a kind of a creepy game when you first play it. After you've just played it so many times, you just grow me into it. Oh, yep. Forgot to tell you about that too.
There's our first encounter with Bendy. We have fallen through the floor, as you can see. And here is the ending of the chapter. It's very short. It's just more introducing you to the game mechanics. And I have managed to get the dialogue will cut in here.
You're gonna see him run forward into random places sometimes and then turn right back around. The only reason he's doing that is in order to activate the next part of the level, he has to run forward to activate a dialogue box in order for us to do the next step.
We just collected 3 switches, which will allow us to pull a lever over here to open up this area right here. Just checking key spawns, because there is a certain kind of spawning that is probably my least favorite RNG-based thing in this game, which is keys. Keys spawn in a random trash can in the area. You somehow have to collect them, and whoa! The first searcher battle, I guess, of the chapter honestly isn't that bad. It's just a matter of getting lucky and one-shotting them. So both trash cans do not have keys, so we're gonna have to do some searching after we get the audio tape right here. And honestly, this is a good time to talk about what we're raising money for, Steve, if you want to go ahead and do that.
Alright. This is No Glitches Allowed. We are raising money for Go Rescue Foundation Pet Adoption Center. In 2011, a local woman named Georgia Obanos lost her home, and her only focus became how to prevent her family dogs from going back to animal control. Starting out with just an empty shell of a building, Go Rescue soon became not just a place for her current rescues, but a shelter that has grown to rescue over 2,000 dogs to date, with no signs of slowing down. They work to provide a haven for homeless dogs, giving them the time, care, and love they need to find not just any home, but the right home. If you live near the Norfolk, Virginia area where the nonprofit is, if you're interested in adopting one of the animals, you can go to their website at gorescuedogs.com/adoptablepets. Should you like to volunteer, you can go to gorescuedogs.com/volunteer and fill out their volunteer form.
Hey, Editing Statius here. I would just like to say that you could still go to their page and donate if you want to.
If you're watching this video and have a few bucks to spare, please go ahead and donate. They are an amazing organization and they deserve the world. All right, back to the video.
Back there, we had the second searcher fight, which was mostly easy. I mean, sometimes you can get really, really like bad RNG with axes. Sometimes in the game, for some reason, the axe tends to glitch out a bit, where sometimes you can hit the searchers for one shot, but then sometimes it takes up to 3, which is a bit annoying when you're dealing with a giant horde of them. Here we have the nice hat guy, I guess. I don't know what it's... Oh, there we go. There we go. That was a bit my bad there. But now that we've grabbed the valve, we can go back, turn the valve in that small room up here.
Alright, so can I cut in with a donation? Oh, we got a $5 donation from Remy that says, "Good luck on the run, Statius."
Oh, Remy. Hi, Remy.
Alright, now we're coming up on a long cutscene, but it's one of my favorites.
So here we are introduced to Sammy Lawrence, which is one of the workers that got turned into an evil ink monster, I guess, down here in the animation studio, whatever you want to call it. This game tends to have more of a take on religious figures, like how they consider Bendy as the demon. And there he goes. The last time we'll see Sammy in the entire game. He has his little speech. Oh no! Is Bendy down that hallway? No. Oh! That's where he is. Goodbye, Sammy. And here we just have a long corridor, wood. Hopefully I don't get bugged with the axe. Goodbye.
Now, when I first played this game, this was very creepy to me because in horror games, this is the worst thing in the world to me, which is being chased. Just gets me every time. When this first happened, I was just freaking out.
All right, and here we are introduced to my favorite character.
Who could it be?
Oh yeah, it's Goofy from Disney. That is Boris. It's kind of ironic coming from this charity event, or this charity marathon we're doing right now. And here we have Chapter 3, the longest chapter in the Bendy Chronicles, I guess. The way to describe this chapter is just fetch quest.
So Boris has the lever for us, but he's too lazy to make the soup, so he tells us, "I will give you the lever, just make me some soup."
I actually have a surprise here. We're gonna be getting a good old bone for a best pal. We're just helping save the doggos, and we're giving a doggo a bone. Now, this is what I would like to call the Boris auto-scroller. We just have to keep the light near Boris.
Alright, the pathway, we are basically there right now, and I will tell you, it hasn't changed at all. We are going to be going down the demon path.
Alright, now, the demon path, people consider it to be the harder path, but honestly, I don't see any difference. I was running this game earlier, and here we have the first cutscene.
There's a very interesting trick with just this cutscene alone on just the Xbox version of this. If you hit the guide button during this cutscene, it completely skips this entire cutscene. Not able to be done anywhere else.
Hey, Xbox is a pretty interesting console. I mean, it's the one I got into Bendy speedrunning with, so I guess you gotta give it some credit where it's due. So, the people have spoken. We will be going the demon route. And here it is.
Now, I would never even know what to do on this side. I've never gone down Demon Path.
Oh yeah, the only thing interesting, like different for Demon and Angel Path is that the Demon Path has an audio file from Joey Drew, our buddy old pal, giving us a weapon, and he still has the bone. Good on him.
Alright, we're coming on probably one of the biggest jump scares for me. I had to pause the game, it scared me so bad. Sorry for the spoiler, but there we go.
And this guy's pretty easy to take care of. All you have to do is hit him 6 times, flick the lever, and you're gone.
Normally, what you would have to do here for an any percent run is you would hit the floor that you're supposed to be going down to, which is 9, and then run over to the box there. I can't remember the name of the box. But you would run over to that at the same time and then jump back out of it, and you just fall through the floor.
Yeah, it's a bit of a glitch. I mean...
But doing that skip through the floor would take you right here, and you wouldn't have to ride down that elevator at all.
I have found a new strat to save time here. Go backwards into this area. Yep, there it goes. We're in front of Boris. extra speed. And here we have another Alice Angel cutscene coming up. Now, here is the first fest quest. We just gotta take the elevator again.
1, 2, 3.
And now here is the second fetch quest, which is the swollen ones.
1, 2, 3.
Oh, finally.
Thank you. This game is like just secret after secret, unintentional secret, and then another secret.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah, there he is. And here's where the game gets a bit sketchy, and people say that the ink demon gets more aggressive. As you can see, I'm breaking these boards for some reason. You may be asking why, but you'll see when it comes to it. Here we have the bendy cutouts on the level K, I guess, if you want to call that. Now, this is the part of the run where I would have been really mad that this isn't an actual any % run. I would have had 2 spawns out of 3. So we're going to wait here. Bendy is going to spawn. Oh, is Bendy over here?
Maybe because you got him earlier.
Maybe? Or maybe he spawned over here. Yep. Okay. I messed up. Nope. He's still there. I really saw him. Okay, so we're gonna do this. Go back in. Okay, if it'll... Why is it... Okay. Well, that's fun, eh? The game has decided to crash. We're gonna have to restart the game, unfortunately. So the game has decided to spawn me all the way back here. I'm sorry, this is gonna have to be a bit... I guess we're just gonna have to wing it again.
There, he's up there.
Now I'm gonna go around. I don't know how fast he walks. So we're gonna, like...
Okay, you're good.
Never mind. Yay, we're not dealing with this again. Hold on, let me put out.
Yeah.
That is, honestly, in my 9 months of running this game, that's probably the funniest thing that's ever happened to me.
So this is the reason that we opened up the door.
Let's hope I don't die here, because the game tends to be stupid and not let me hit them. Save. Always on time.
Alright, so in the any % run of this game, this area you're about to see would be much nicer because the projectionist that's going to be showing up in here would not be there. We despawn him.
There's an area on level P where you can just fall through the floor through a miracle station, and it skips the spawning of the projectionist, which is a bit unfortunate for a glitchless run. As I said, glitchless tends to be harder than any % for this game, but unfortunately for glitchless, we actually have to deal with the projectionist. There he is. Okay, maybe we'll get...
I'm in the chat with you. That's why you're getting all this bad RNG. This is what always happens for me. Wow, okay. Wow, really? Are you serious right now?
Now, we finally get to the end of Chapter 3 after a long haul of dealing with that stupid bug. And if you would like to know, that's not the last we'll be seeing bugs in the game.
This is my favorite chapter in the entire game.
It's mine too. It's pretty much everyone's favorite chapter. This has the best scares. This has like the best mechanics. It has the best
level. The level in general.
Yeah. So something happens here, but we don't bother. We're speedrunning. We don't care about the story. I forgot you have to do the valve first. I gotta remember that so I don't like stand there waiting. Here we get introduced to the... I don't know what it's really called. I'm just gonna call it the machine that makes stuff out of ink. I can't think of anything creative. Oh yeah, and here we have probably the most cliche thing to ever happen in the game. Here we go. Oh my gosh, am I gonna fall?
It just stops for no reason. Like, if you look around to see, like, what would have stopped it or anything, there's just nothing.
It's just rusty wires, I guess. Yeah. And here we have another one of these things that happens with, I know it's the lost ones that we'll see in a bit. So up here we have just a bunch of walking back and forth. I'm probably not helping you be like, oh wow, I want to run this game. It's genuinely a really fun game. Oh, welcome to Bendyland, now named Bendy Hell. And here we run into the most surprising part of this entire chapter. You're gonna see in a sec. Time to play some carnival games, eh?
Alright, the most stressful part of this entire area, though, honestly.
There's gotta be a way around them.
Now we're just gonna do this. Hey guys, how are you doing?
Alright, let's see if you can dodge them. Alright,
Yep.
You only got hit once, you're good.
Bye, guys. And now I guess this is like the biggest curveball in this entire game. All right, and now here's the biggest curveball in this entire chapter. We have a boss fight, eh? It's not something you would expect from a horror game, but honestly, it's just really fun, and it takes a lot of inspiration from like really good series where it has horror aspects like Resident Evil 7, and then it throws in like big boss fights in the middle, and it's really cool. Well, that's the end. I hope you enjoyed the Beatram boss fight. That's like the most surprising part in the game. It's the fact that there's a boss fight in this game that was supposed to be like in the horror genre. It's really cool to see like indie developers developing something like this, because usually when an indie developer does something like a boss fight, it's usually in like a 2D game like Hollow Knight, Undertale. It's a breath of fresh air when you see it in like a huge indie like 3D game. So here we encounter the Projectionist once again. Honestly, the Projectionist has kind of been nerfed in this chapter.
Yeah, I don't understand why he runs so slow in this chapter.
To account for the nerfing, I guess he just disappears, but then he reappears here in a sec. Oh no, he's behind.
This is when I first played the game, I was like freaking out because I just don't like things chasing me like that.
Bendy is fighting the Projectionist. I saw you, but I'm just gonna leave you there. And here we have the last part where we run into this.
Doesn't everybody remember the Tunnel of Terror or whatever?
Look at that. I see that. Hello. I don't know why that
Oh, Boris! Boris is here!
Oh yeah, Boris.
Boris is here.
Oh yeah, look at this. They've said hell twice in this chapter. I don't think this game's PG-13. So here is where we have a bug that I just cannot control, unfortunately. You'll see in a sec. Here he is. I don't think he realizes it's me, though. You'll see the bug now. Watch this. Hi, bud.
Huh.
You gotta go get that,
Normally this is a lot more intense than this.
This is like watching your parents just walk over to someone they know in the store, and you have to wait for them to come back to you. Like, I got the onions like 5 minutes ago. Can you stop talking? There we go. It's mandatory, unfortunately.
Oh. But Boris.
Who is Boris? Who is Boris behind the mat? Oh, okay.
It's Alice Angel and Boris!
Where does it all lead to?
Well, that's kind of obvious.
This is why we say this is like the best bathroom break I think ever in one of my speedruns ever.
I've been streaming for 3 hours. I get here and I'm like, ooh, I gotta use the bathroom.
10-minute nap, however long this cutscene is. Just this chapter is very interesting. It has both my favorite line of all time out of this game, actually almost out of any game ever. I think this has my favorite line out of it. But it also has my least favorite line in the entire game.
What is your least favorite line?
Trust me, I will point it out. You will hear from me for it.
Leaving. And now we have a boat. And now we have my favorite section in the entire game. Chapter 4 is my favorite chapter, but this part is just like, it has one of my favorite background songs in the entire game. Yeah, there's a hand back there, I guess.
I never got caught ever until I started speedrunning this game.
The only thing that I don't like about this part is the fact that this lever is very finicky. So if you click it once and like you're panicking and then you let go and try and click it again, it just doesn't work. I really like this background song. It has an intense feel, even though it's the most anticlimactic thing. It somehow makes this feel intense. Like that. And honestly, the Hand is my favorite character. The Hand is one of those meme characters that is so obscure that you're just like, oh yeah, this is my favorite character of all time.
And now we've made it deep enough into it that he's just chilling out, doing some fishing.
Second favorite character right there. But here, I guess we have to find Alice and Boris. We have to break through those planks. We're gonna get to like a part of the game where we need to, oh wait, he's back. There we go. You can see Boris raise up from the ground. This is why Boris is my favorite character.
During the fight that she says the line that I don't like. No. I've never seen this many before. No, really. She'll say it multiple times throughout the fight, and it's just like, girl, you've already just seen this many before because you just saw.
If you want to read into this game, just expect to be bored out of your mind playing this part. And here we have the most, like, I don't know what to call it. It's very nerve-wracking. There you go. There's the word.
Especially on the console where this doesn't even work.
I better stay out of sight. Proceeds. Here we have the last pipe. Okay. Chapter 4 and 5 are my favorite chapters, just because, like, very well made, because I gotta commend the team behind this game.
Alright, my favorite line is coming up. Here it is.
The water is in the ocean.
The ocean is rarely seen again. I don't understand why it's such a good line to me.
Here's Joey Drew's speech. You actually don't hear Joey Drew the entire game up until here for any percent. He was there for his beginning. But he's never seen the end.
That's a pretty good one too.
Here he is, Beast Bendy.
Bendy will never run down this hallway.
He's too smart to do that. Can we just talk about how this game has not had a patch since it was released? Yeah, that's the reason why there's so many bugs. Oh yeah, look.
That's not too bad though.
This door opens. The game or the speedrun leaderboards are more or less just they're timed around in-game time. Here's the cutscene. Look at that.
Henry, come visit the old workshop. There's something I need to show you.
And we're in the studio. And that's time. Honestly, I highly recommend playing this game for yourself, just as Steve said. And if you enjoy the game enough, I would definitely suggest getting into running the game. Like, regular any percent with glitches, like, it's just a blast to run. It's really funny. Also, like, honestly, any game that has, like, a lot of glitches where you can just abuse, like, game mechanics and, like, skip part of the game is really, like, cool to me. This is the first game I ever tried to speedrun, and I guess it really worked out because I was able to find a really good community. Huge shout out to, like, the Bendy speedrunning community. They're just, like, passionate about Bendy, and it's really fun. Anyway, that's me signing off.